Hello EHS family, I'm here with Dakota Witzel.
And we're here to talk about a study that I recently published in Family Relations called Partner Strain and Support Associations with Affective Reactions to Daily Stressors.
Yeah, so I just was going to ask you a few questions. So first, what was the goal of this study?
So the main goal of this study was to better understand how the positive and negative marital quality that we might be dealing with in life is actually related to our daily stress and our emotional well-being after that. And so that it was using a sample of middle-aged adults who were married to understand that association a little bit better.
So my next question is, what external factors affect strain on relationships?
Yeah, so one thing that we know from previous research is that one of the biggest things that people fight about in relationships is our finances and our parenting styles. So two of the things that we tried to account for in this set of study models was looking at our any type of income related associations, as well as just in general who lived in our household, right? Parents have kids who live in our household. So we accounted for these kinds of things to make sure that the associations were really boiling down to that marital quality aspect rather than those kind of external factors that we had going on in our lives.
Yeah, off of that, so what internal factors were there?
Yeah, so we really found that it was our partner strain. So this referred to things like feeling like your partner criticized you often or feeling like your partner let you down. These kinds of factors in our day-to-day life have implications for our long-term emotional well-being. And this was really exacerbated when we had our daily stressors. So daily stressors really refer to these arguments with your spouses or work deadlines that you have. Even commuting in traffic can be a stressor. So when you have these things, and if you also have this partner strain, it really exacerbates how you're feeling in terms of your negative emotions, feeling anger, feeling sadness, into multiple days after that stressor occurs. So it's not just, you have a bad day, you get to work late, you're missing deadlines. It's this long-term implication that your partner might impact your life with.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, people that have that work-life balance and then trying to manage their relationships, that can definitely affect relationships.
Absolutely.
So my next question was, what would you say was the biggest takeaway from this study?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest takeaways would have to be that when you're thinking about, especially in the context of counseling or human development, if you're a student, make sure you're asking professors about how you can mitigate this partner strain in addition to promoting support within partner relationships. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways, is that it's not just making sure you have good in your life, but it's also making sure you take away the bad in your life as well.
Yeah. I think that's definitely hard to navigate.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, in your classes, how has this impacted you as a lecturer or a professor here at EHS?
Yeah, I think one of the things that it highlights, so one of the classes I teach is adult development. So one of the things that I highlight pretty heavily in my classes is relationships. We have 2 weeks of lecture dedicated to relationships and how our families can impact not just the things that happen within your family life, but also outside of the family life, right? And then your longer term development as well. So that's one of the things I try to pull into the classroom in addition to just evidence-based practices.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that students need to learn from their teachers and the real world experiences and how they can put that into their learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thank you guys. You can check out the link in the description to read a little bit more about her study. And thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.